Coming to Kickstarter this June, John Haynes at Death's Door, the man who rules the world, takes on the Greek god of death in this action-packed all-new John Haynes comic book. Get your copy of the standard and variant editions of John Haynes at Death's Door and lots of other great stretch goal rewards on Kickstarter this June. One of my viewers wanted me to do a showcase on black authors who have written in science or subjects in nonfiction that aren't just about race or the black community. And I've decided to take a minute to showcase many of those black authors in this video, as I've taken a trip to Amazon.com to find their work. Now you can find all of these authors on Amazon.com, and you can pick up all of their work in paperback and Kindle format over on Amazon.com. Now, the first book we're going to take on this trip through Black history is the book by Benjamin Banneker. Now, this is Benjamin Banneker's own words from his own pen. So, here is Benjamin Banneker, one of the all-time great black inventors, and he wrote one of the first black nonfiction books in U.S. history. And you can get this book on Amazon.com right now in Kindle or paperback right now and read about one of the great black inventors in black history. Now, I'm going to further go on and show you another great black man who has written multiple books, your Dr. Ben Carson. Now, your Dr. Ben Carson has gone on to write from Gifted Hands all the way up to this book, which he calls You Have a Brain and You Have to Think Big. And your Dr. Ben Carson is one of the great black neurosurgeons, and he has a whole catalog of books on Amazon.com that you can pick up right now. Now, in addition to your Dr. Ben Carson, we have Margot Lee Shetterly, who wrote the book Hidden Figures, about the 3 black female mathematicians who helped win the space race for America. Again, here is yet another black woman who is out here writing about other black women, and you can look at her Wikipedia page and see the woman who went out here and wrote Hidden Figures, the science book that was turned into a movie that was released just a couple of years ago. Now, this is the 3rd black person who has written about science, but you won't hear about this because, again, the mainstream media outside of the Hidden Figures movie does not want to shine a spotlight on black people who are out here in science, and they don't want to shine that spotlight because if you shine the spotlight on black people, it makes a lot of the white racists uncomfortable. Now, another person who has written a book in science is your Dr. Mae Jemison. Now, I remember Dr. Mae Jemison from my days when I was a teenager. She was the first black woman to ever become an astronaut, but she's been out here for years participating in science, but we won't really hear too much about her because, again, your mainstream media doesn't want to talk about her because she doesn't fit the narrative that they want for black women. And they'll sit there and say, oh, black people don't write nonfiction. Well, here's another black female astronaut and another black female scientist, because you have to know science in order to become an astronaut. And here she is. She's written a book, and it's on Amazon.com right now. Now, another great black writer who has written a great nonfiction book is actor Dandry T Whitfield. Now, Dandry T Whitfield has had a long career starting back in the 1980s when I was a kid playing Robert on The Cosby Show. And I remember him moving from playing Robert on The Cosby Show to playing Terrence on All My Children, and he's also gone on to do many movies and TV shows. And over the course of his life, he has had many experiences, and he put them together as in his book, Male versus Man, where he talks about the difference between a male and a man. And Dandry T Whitfield has done a fantastic job on male versus man, and he's done a great job writing a great book about men's issues. And I like this book so much, I gave it a 5-star review after reading it, and I also did a video and a live stream on male versus man. And again, Dandry T Whitfield did a fantastic job on his first book, and I can't wait for him to come out with another great nonfiction book in the future. Now, one of the most popular astrophysicists in the world is Neil deGrasse Tyson. Now, Neil deGrasse Tyson has written multiple books on astrophysics and the cosmos, and he's also done television shows like The Cosmos, which was a miniseries he did on Fox, and he's done a lot of other shows on cable. So your Neil deGrasse Tyson is considered to be an expert in the field of astrophysics, and he's gone out here and done multiple books on astrophysics and this whole subject of exploring space. So a lot of people want to say, oh, there are no black people who write nonfiction. Well, I'm showing you a whole cross-section of black people who do write nonfiction, and these black people can write on subjects other than just being black or the politics of the black community. But the mainstream media will not go out here and give a lot of these writers the publicity that they should get. Oftentimes they get a little bit of publicity here or a little bit of publicity there, but these writers are out here and their work is on Amazon.com for everybody to pick up. And I know about the struggles to get this work up here because it's a long road to get these kind of books up here. And when you see books by these authors, they are few and far between, again, due to the whole nature of the publishing industry, which does not want to shine a light on black scientists, black engineers, or black creators who can present nonfiction subjects. They really don't want to have black people presented on these platforms regularly because they want to have whites as the face of these kinds of subjects. But there are black writers on here, and I just wanted to shine a spotlight on a few of them for everyone. I want everyone to know that there are black writers out here who are out here going out here writing nonfiction books, and we're not always writing about race, but black Americans write about race because we understand how America is. It's a white supremacist country, and with white supremacists controlling the media arm of white supremacy, which is part of the publishing industry, it's a challenge to get work out there that proves that there are hardworking brothers and sisters out here who have done great work in these fields. And it's hard to get that word out because, again, you have a lot of people who work in these industries who are like these white women who control the publishing industry. And this is something that YouTubers like Gonzalo Lira, formerly also known as Coach Red Pill, have talked about. This is something even comic YouTubers like Diversity in Comics and Ethan Van Sciver have talked about, how a lot of these females create networks and things to keep other especially male creators out of these spaces, and it's hard to get these types of work out here. And again, I wanted to show that there are black people who do write nonfiction, and if you head over to Amazon.com, you can pick up a lot of these books all over Amazon.com right now. Now available in paperback and e-readers, E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman. Hell's aspiring angel takes on a wicked werewolf in this action-packed all-new E-Steam series adventure. Get E-Steam Horror of the Hyena Woman in paperback and e-readers today. Now available in paperback and e-readers, Isis Legacy. Sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new Isis series adventure. Get Isis Legacy in paperback and e-readers at online booksellers everywhere.